This is where I stress out about telling stories because this little story has a lot of backstory to it. I'm gonna sneeze. When the 21 Pilots Canadian Tour was first announced, the Ottawa show was going to be held in the Algonquin College Theatre. So it was a very small venue. Tickets sold out really fast because I don't know if you guys remember, but the scalpers were just really on point for this tour and for honestly a lot of other tours going on around that time. So it sold out really fast. A lot of fans did not get tickets. Either way, since the venue was so small, they upgraded to the TD Place Arena, and the TD Place Arena is a hockey arena. And since it's in Ottawa, this place does not get many concerts, and when it does get concerts, it doesn't really get the kind of crowd that will line up for as long as 21 Pilots fans do. There was a lot of confusion going on when we got there. Okay, let's see if I can make all this make sense. So the people who bought tickets from when the show was still at the Algonquin College, they got emails saying that they were to line up at a different gate, like a very specific gate, because their tickets needed to be swapped for the upgraded tickets to the TD Place. We're lining up much earlier than they expected fans to line up, so they didn't exactly know how to organize us. And if you've ever been to a concert in a big venue where you've like lined up hours before doors open, then you kind of know that sometimes they just don't really have a handle on how to organize a crowd in a nice, fair, safe, organized fashion. They really weren't prepared for us, and we knew that. Every once in a while, the security guard would come out and like make sure we know how we're lined up, because there were no gates or like the snake gates. There was nothing like that. It was just like this big area. And so he told us, he's like, can you guys make sure you know the way that you're lining up? So us being there was already a pretty big crowd. Without the snake gates to guide us where to line up, we knew that we were lining up in like a zigzag kind of fashion. But as more people started to come, it got obviously very unorganized because they didn't know that we were lining up in a zigzag, so they would kind of go at the wrong end of the line. It was getting a little bit chaotic. Now the point of this story, the reason why I really wanted to tell this story, was because of this one mom. I'm all for moms who are vouching for their children to get a good spot in line, get a good spot in the venue. I'm gonna be a concert mom. But this mom, she just, I don't think anybody there liked her. She obviously was like realizing how unorganized the place was. The mom and the group of kids, tweens, children that she came with, they got there around, I want to say like just before 12. The chaos started to just get really bad because crowds were starting to come. We were trying to tell them this is the part of the line, and they're like, oh, okay. Security was obviously like not there. Thanks, guys. But we knew like the first 50 to 100 people, we knew how the lineup was going, so we were trying to tell people, but some people weren't listening, some moms weren't listening. So as we're trying to like organize ourselves, some talk started going around that certain people were at the wrong gate. That the people with the Algonquin tickets that needed to be upgraded, like myself, we were at the wrong gate. And we're like, I don't think so. Nobody has told us yet. Like no official people have told us yet. But this mom decided she was gonna take charge. She suddenly knew everything that was going around. So she told her group of children, she's like,
you guys sit there, this is your spot in line, this is my children's spot in line.
She's starting to freak out and she's getting very vocal. She's like, these security guards don't know what the hell they're doing. And honestly, she wasn't wrong there, but she was just being a lot more aggressive than she needed to be, and she was being very condescending. She's trying to take control. She's telling people, she's like trying to talk to us and relate to us. She's like, oh man, these people have no idea what they're doing. And we're like, you're right, but do you know what you're doing? Leave us alone. Every once in a while, she would come to the front of our group and just start saying some stuff and be like,
come on guys, you need to organize this better. You guys don't know what you're doing.
And we're like, can you just relax a little bit? Because like, we know what's going on, so just like, fuck off a little bit. So every once in a while she would do that, and then she would leave, and then she would roll around again with her extra large coffee cup. This is what I don't understand. She started saying that we were at the wrong gate. She was literally going up to people. She's like, you guys need to start packing up because you're at the wrong gate. Like, just get all your stuff together. And she's not telling us where she's getting this information. Mind you, at this point I was by myself because there was an hour and a half where Lindsay left because she had to go to her class, and then Tara wasn't quite done classes. So there was a little bit of time when I was by myself with our giant tart with all of mine and Lindsay's bags. Not bags, but like with all of our stuff. And this mom's coming around telling me, she's like, you're in the wrong spot. You're at the wrong gate for your ticket. So just like pack up your stuff. What? So me and like the girls that were beside us, I'm like trying to talk to them. I'm like, do you know what's going on? Because I'm getting really anxious right now and I'm alone and I don't know what's happening. But all I know is I hate this mom. She just kept disappearing and then coming back with more information on what's going on. And she basically just kept saying, she's like, you guys are in the wrong spot. And I'm like, what? And she just kept telling us, she's like, yeah, you need to pack up your stuff. And it was just very, I don't even know how to describe how that was. It was unnecessary. So yeah, that was causing a bit of an uproar. And I can tell you that everybody who was lining up at that gate was in the right spot. Everybody who was lining up at that gate did not like this mom. I don't know how she thought that she was gonna help by coming to us with information, but she wouldn't tell us where she was getting this information. I'm just gonna sit here with all of my crap. Eventually, everybody swapped their tickets and we were at the right gate, and because of the whole ticket shenanigan thing, everybody who was at that gate with the Algonquin tickets, we were being let in first. Sorry for this little side story, and let's get back to the rest of the day. At this Ottawa show, I turned away for 1 second, and when I looked back, he was shirtless. He was screaming. I was screaming. I'm like, he's shirtless. Oh my god. It was, why am I like this?